It's an old mill town that has been repurposing itself to fit the 21st century economy. Suddenly it's very attractive to an awful lot of people.
The architecture in Biddeford has got a great connection to history. The mills have a great connection to history.
And there's also a connection to the river.
It all connects to the river here.
The native Abenaki Indians were the first to hunt and fish here. The first European settler arrived in 1616, 4 years before the Pilgrims were in Plymouth. But throughout, it has always been and continues to be the river that's figured most significantly in Biddeford's history.
The Saco River winds over 130 miles before emptying into the Atlantic at Saco Bay. The river also forms the boundary between Biddeford and its twin city, Saco. But it's the geography here and the falls that made this city a 19th century textile industry powerhouse, attracting immigrant labor from around the world. The dominating mills essentially were Biddeford.
People forget about how big pepperell mills used to be.
Used to be. Like the rest of New England's once thriving mill towns, Biddeford watched helplessly as textiles shut down and moved away. The last mill closed here over 10 years ago.
You saw a lot of vacancies on Main Street. When you used to have 10,000 employees walking the street, suddenly you don't have that many. That changed the dynamic entirely.
The decline lasted into the 1990s. Enter a savior of sorts, New Hampshire native and transplanted Maynard developer Doug Sanford, who began buying up some of the massive space that was the pepperell mill. Bit by bit, weathering the Great Recession, Sanford began attracting a wide variety of tenants, both residential and commercial, from breweries to backpack makers, along with artists and craftspeople. The pepperell mill's message today seems echoed by the Latin at its entrance, "I will rise again."
It's a 1.1 million square foot project. It's really created some good momentum for Biddeford, and it's all seeming to come together now.
Obviously, the project encompasses and in some places sits on 200 years of mill history, like this otherworldly underground lagoon where the river was redirected to power various turbines. Plans call for a Biddeford Mills Museum to educate and memorialize that history here.
We think that's a critical part of this. It started with the textile mills, and we're trying to continue it.
Another critical part of the mix here, attracting diverse professionals who've been priced out of places like Portland, Maine, like glass artisan Joe Webster, a Portland native.
Portland nowadays, totally unaffordable, and coming down to Biddeford, the numbers just make sense. I can afford to be here where I couldn't there.
Even better for Biddeford is that the Pepperell Mill project isn't alone.
It's just not just us. All the other mills in the Mill District and the downtown are all on the rise now, and it's been quite the renaissance.
Some people call it the Biddessance, and having the mills being repurposed, that has changed everything.
For Alan Cassavant, a Biddeford native and former teacher finishing up his fourth term as mayor here, it's been striking to see the downtown area sprouting a variety of new stores, trendy bars and cafes, bakeries and bookstores. More remarkable, though, is the broader demographic shift here.
Biddeford today is the youngest city in the state of Maine with a median age of 35.
But one significant part of Biddeford that has thus far escaped the renewal all around it is City Hall itself. Rebuilt in 1894 after a fire and now on the National Historic Register, voters here have balked at large-scale renovation. But its iconic clock tower and currently non-working clock is finally, if symbolically, joining the resurgence below it.
If you continue to see it in a deteriorating state, what does that say? We have an obligation to the future to fix it.
Phil Ratting, the city's director of facilities, has pushed for years to repair the historic clock and its bell.
That was a goal of yours.
That was one of my goals, yeah. It sits here and it comes up about here.
But the clock itself sits right now in the Freeport, Maine repair shop of world-renowned clock expert Rick Balzer. A tireless and passionate perfectionist has already worked his magic on the historic clock, even making his own parts for it.
Where are you going to buy them? Ace Hardware is great, but man, they just haven't got any tower clock parts.
Are you happy with the way it's gone so far?
I'm really happier when it's finished and I can stand back and say, voila, or...
Is this going to be a voila?
Well, it better be. If it isn't, I'll start all over again.
Back in Biddeford, they're ready for a voila, both with their clock and their city.
How happy will you be when that clock
I'll be very happy.
And voila, there you go. The clock restoration project was completed in the fall of 2019. Rick Balzer restored the clock, but also gave it some upgrades, including an automatic winding system. You may have seen some of Rick's other work. One of his restored timepieces has stood at the entrance of LL Bean's flagship store in Freeport. Up next, where do you find some of the best food in the country? In this humble diner.